Long before it was a morning ritual, coffee was a remedy. Herbalists brewed it, physicians prescribed it, and for centuries, almost nobody drank it for the taste. Modern research has quietly caught up with them. In a pooled analysis of more than 1 million people, each extra daily cup was associated with roughly 9% lower type 2 diabetes risk. But here is the part almost nobody explains. That association is conditional. The same bean, handled a different way, works against your blood sugar instead of for it. So in today's video from our diabetes playlist, 7 habits that decide which cup you are actually drinking. Everyone tied to a named, published study. And number 1, it is the habit almost everyone gets backwards. There is an old idea in herbal medicine that the plant is never the whole story. The dose is. The timing is. Coffee is the clearest example we have. The problem was never the bean. So today, we are counting down 7 coffee habits that quietly shape blood sugar and the natural adjustment for each one. You will learn why the timing of your first cup can matter more than its strength, why the cup you drink at 3 in the afternoon still shows up on tomorrow morning's reading, and why the decaf jar you have been quietly judging deserves a second look. Every point is tied to published research, with the journal named on screen. Before we dig in, could you do us a favor? Hit the thumbs up. It genuinely helps this important message reach more people. And if you are new here, subscribe to Natural Remedies Dose and tap the bell so you never miss a video from our diabetes playlist. And stay with us to the end, because we have 3 free gifts waiting for you today. Starting with our ebook, 13 Foods That Lower Blood Sugar. Starting at number 7, what you stir into it. Picture an ordinary morning. The kettle is on, and 2 sugars go in on autopilot the way they have for 30 years. Somebody told you coffee was fine for diabetics? Then you watched your meter disagree an hour later. Very often, the coffee was never the problem. What went in after it was. Here is the biology. Black coffee carries almost no carbohydrate. Everything you stir in arrives as liquid sugar, with no fiber and no fat alongside it to slow absorption down. And you do not have to quit cold. The change that sticks is the one your taste buds never notice. Take out half a teaspoon a week and swap flavored creamer for plain milk. In 2022, the Annals of Internal Medicine followed more than 170,000 UK adults. Sweetened coffee drinkers still did well, but those cups averaged about a single teaspoon of sugar, not a specialty syrup drink. Number 6 has nothing to do with what is in your cup. Coming in at number 6, how you brew it. If you use a French press, a percolator, or a stovetop pot, this one is for you. Coffee beans naturally carry 2 oily plant compounds, cafestol and coale, and those 2 raise LDL cholesterol. A paper filter traps most of them. Metal mesh and boiled brews let them straight into the cup. And cholesterol sits right beside blood sugar on the same lab report. The fix costs nothing. Make the paper filter your everyday brew and save the press for the weekend. In 2020, the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology reported on more than 500,000 Norwegian adults, followed for 20 years. Filtered brew was associated with lower mortality than unfiltered, and lower than drinking no coffee at all. Number 5 is about the first thing you do when you wake up. At number 5, drinking it before breakfast. What if the order of your morning, coffee first, food second, is quietly working against your glucose? On an empty stomach, especially after a broken night, caffeine drives up adrenaline. Adrenaline tells your liver to release stored glucose and makes your cells less responsive to insulin. So breakfast lands in a body already primed for a bigger spike. The remedy is almost embarrassingly simple. Eat first, then drink. Physiologists at the University of Bath published this in the British Journal of Nutrition in 2020. In 29 adults, a strong black coffee before breakfast after a fragmented night raised the blood sugar response by around 50%. Number 4, explains why your afternoon cup turns up on tomorrow morning's reading. We are counting down to the number one habit, but first, there is something worth clearing up. You may have heard that caffeine raises blood sugar, so coffee is off the table for diabetics. That came from short, single-dose laboratory studies, run mostly in young, healthy men. In regular coffee drinkers followed for years, the picture looks very different. The science moved on, and nobody sent out the update. And to be clear, natural approaches work best alongside your doctor, never instead of them. Do like this video and subscribe to Natural Remedies Dose so our next remedy lands in your feed. 3 free gifts are waiting. The link is in the description. Now, back to the countdown, and listen out for number 2. It is the one most people have already written off. Number 4, your cutoff time. It is mid-afternoon, the energy dips, and the answer has always been one more cup. Then 11 o'clock arrives, and sleep will not come. Here is why. The caffeine you drink at 3 in the afternoon leaves your body more slowly than it did at 40. Liver and kidney clearance both slow with age, so the same cup lingers further into your evening. And short sleep is a blood sugar problem in its own right. Less deep sleep means less insulin sensitivity the next morning, before you have eaten a thing. So, give yourself a cutoff. For most people over 60, early afternoon is a sensible line, then decaf or a herbal tea. In the journal Diabetes in 2010, healthy men held to 5 hours in bed for a week saw insulin sensitivity fall by around 11% from lost sleep alone. Number 3 may be sitting on your post-meal readings right now. At number 3, pairing your strongest cup with your biggest carbohydrate meal. Most people watch the plate carefully and never once look at the mug beside it. A big caffeine dose and a fast carbohydrate load arriving together is the least forgiving combination for post-meal glucose. The caffeine blunts how readily your muscle cells take sugar up. The meal supplies the sugar, so keep your strongest cup with your lowest carbohydrate meal. If a meal is carbohydrate heavy, make the cup smaller. Or make it decaf. In diabetes care, in 2004, caffeine before meals raised post-meal glucose in people with type 2 diabetes. And in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, in 2008, caffeinated coffee before a high-carbohydrate cereal impaired glucose handling. Decaffeinated coffee did not, which brings us to number 2, and that jar you have been ignoring. Coming in at number 2, writing off decaf. There is a jar at the back of most cupboards, bought for a guest once, and quietly judged ever since. Most people treat decaf as coffee with the good part taken out. The research points the other way. Much of the protection was never the caffeine. This is where coffee is genuinely a plant remedy. It is one of the richest everyday sources of chlorogenic acid, alongside a compound called trigonylline. These appear to slow how quickly glucose is absorbed out of your intestine, and decaffeination leaves most of them in the cup. So keep your favorite 1 or 2 caffeinated cups. Make everything after early afternoon decaf. The 2014 meta-analysis in diabetes care pooled 28 studies and over 1 million people. Each extra daily cup was associated with about 9% lower type 2 diabetes risk for regular coffee and 6% for decaf. Not equal, but nowhere near nothing. Before we unveil number 1, 3 free gifts are waiting for you. Our ebook, 13 Foods That Lower Blood Sugar. A recipe book of diabetes-friendly snacks, dishes, and desserts. And a short bonus video on the real root cause of diabetes. All 3 are free. The links are in the description below. And that brings us to number 1, making it a daily, unsweetened habit. And keeping it. Think of someone who does everything on this list right for 9 days, then lets one busy weekend undo the lot. That is where number 1 is won or lost. You may well have guessed this one. Almost everybody does. And that is exactly the problem. Everything before this was an adjustment you make once. This one only works if you are still doing it a year from now. The protective pattern researchers keep finding is not in the occasional cup. It shows up in people who drink it consistently, year after year. Consistency is the active ingredient. So here is the whole video in a single line. Filtered, unsweetened, 1 to 3 cups, after breakfast rather than before, finished by early afternoon. Pick one change this week. Just one. In Diabetologia, in 2014, Harvard researchers tracked people whose habits changed. Those who added more than a cup a day over 4 years had around 11% lower type 2 diabetes risk across the 4 years that followed. So, there it is. 7. What you stir into it. 6. How you brew it. 5. Drinking it before breakfast. 4. Your cutoff time. 3. Pairing it with your biggest carbohydrate meal. 2. Writing off decaf. And 1. Keeping it daily and unsweetened. Please do not try all 7 this week. Pick the easiest. For most people, that is moving the first cup to after breakfast. Hold it 14 days and write your morning number down each day. 14 days shows a pattern a single reading never will. And do share what you find with your doctor, especially if you are on medication. Now, we would love to hear from you. How do you take your coffee? And which of these 7 will you try first? Your answer below might be exactly what another viewer needed to read today. If this video has opened up new possibilities for you, do show your support by hitting the like button. And if you have not subscribed to Natural Remedies Dose yet, subscribe now and click the bell so you never miss our newest natural remedies. Before you go, do remember to check the 3 free gift links waiting in the description below. Coffee is just one remedy in our diabetes playlist. That whole playlist is on screen now. Remember, your health is in your hands. Thank you for watching. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and here's to your health.